Okay, what we're working on today is a 2005 Jeep Grand Cherokee 3.7 Laredo. Four-wheel drive, of course. And we're redoing the bushings for the front differential. They call them axle isolator bushings or differential bushings. A couple different names people call them. I just got this one out. This is the problem one. It's always the driver's side apparently. And I used a Sawzall with a metal cutting blade. And as soon as you break the tension of it inside there, being that it's pressed in, I didn't even have to cut all the way through. And start hammering and reduce the size, and that makes it smaller than the hole, and it comes right out. First things first though, you want to cut the center portion out. And it's right here. The center portion goes inside. This was actually pretty much ready to fall out. One whole side was broken. It was causing a big noise, like a bump, 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 bump. Right away you're going to think it's wheel bearing, but what you have to do is you have to get under the vehicle, grab your wheel, and push it back and forth. And if you're looking at this bushing, you'll see it rise and fall. The whole differential will rise and fall. That's how you know it's that. Wheel bearing should have like a whiny moaning noise instead of a bump, 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 bump. Mechanic talk, I guess. Anyway, biggest problem I had was getting this axle shaft out. And none of the videos on YouTube actually talk about the difficulty with this sometimes, but if you Google it, you'll see how some guys talk about how they had to cut these things. But all it is this right here. You can see there's a cutout on the very end for a C-clip or some kind of clip, a round metal clip, and it'll fit. It just it needs to be able to compress in the channel that's made for it so that you can pull it out. So what I ended up doing was I used this. This is I did the Lona tool from AutoZone because I don't have one of these, but I'm definitely going to get one whenever I get a chance here. But I needed one right away. So this is OEM 27058, which is listed as an accessory for the slide hammer. OEM 27033. Thank you to the guys at AutoZone. Here's the slide hammer. Brand new too. Got a brand new store by me. And it actually has a hole right here. It's focus here. Threaded. And it comes with a nut. That way you can keep your foot. All you have to do is just get it in there. At this point you probably already have some kind of separation, but all you need is about to start, I'd say is about a 1/4 inch. You can get it separated from the differential. Just have it move back a 1/4 inch using a pry bar or something like that. I guess there's enough play for it to move a little bit, and then the clip has to actually compress and then make it through. But anyway, that's pretty much it. Now the other ones are actually, I'd say, good, but since I have it out, like everybody else does, I'm going to actually take them out and put them in. I still don't have the other axle separated yet. I don't even know if I want to. I think I'll just end up doing this the hard way for now. But if I ever have to do this again on a different vehicle, I'm definitely going to have both wheels up, both wheels off, and pull both axles. Drop this thing, probably go faster, believe it or not. This one's easy. This one actually just unbolts here. Definitely go with Rock Auto. I got the cheapest prices. I actually had to go with eBay on this one because somehow they had a cheaper price than Rock Auto, but usually it's Rock Auto all the way. But there's a better shot. There's that clip on the end, and that's the axle, and it will fight you. But you put that big crow's foot in there on the end of the slide hammer, and you'll get it out. I ended up taking the nut off and popping the ball joint out. The whole knuckle drops down. I got a big 4x4 underneath that. I'm not pulling the axle, out. There's a yoke there on each side, so you can't even get the axle through there. It just kind of hangs there. I got a 36mm socket right there, but I think it's 35. There's a little bit of play in this one, and pretty sure it's probably a 35. When you do the conversion, you'll see it's like 34.9 or something like that. I ended up having an 1 3/8" wrench, which it might even be 1 3/8, but it's definitely 1 3/8 because the wrench goes on, no problem. And I think that's about it. Everything else you can definitely get to with extensions and an impact. I got an electric impact right there that seemed to do the job. I got extensions and a wobble and breaker bar. You got a ratcheting end, snap on. You definitely need light. You definitely need a garage to do this. I'm doing it on rocks, which probably isn't the best, but the cement floor will be poured in here pretty soon. I got the top half of the knuckle tied off, that way it doesn't drift on me. I still have slack inside the brake line, don't worry. That's about it. I pulled the tie rod end out, made sure it didn't turn, it wasn't loose. I'll lose my adjustment. Got on a jack stand, and another jack stand is back up. Only one side here. And I got my jack to help me lower the differential. The sucker has some weight to it, believe it or not. I've actually got a block to help with the weight distribution on it, so it's balanced from factory. Big metal block. So you can see that big rusty thing down here at the bottom. That's actually part of it. But you're gonna have to remove your skid plate. It's plastic. It's not a metal one. And that's it. Gonna be banging these bushings out, putting it back in, and that'll be that. We'll see how that far one goes because I don't have that axle out, but we'll get it done.